This is Danielle Gaither. You're listening to The Shiznit Show.
You are listening to the Red Rock Podcast Network, featuring Pod of Thrones and The Shiznit.
Look, this is for my old heads, young G's, etc. Dino Red said he loves the intellectual. Yes, he never hesitates. I can rap whatever, bro. I'm only in first gear and still weighing heavy. Living in the cold world full of that nonsense. Drug heads, teen moms, day-to-day violence. Fiends at the corner, panhandle for bottles. 12-year-olds running around with pistols and hollows. Fucks with my conscience, but still I do. I know right from wrong, but my decisions is stupid. My generation is crazy, and the media proof. Ignorance is bliss, and we is illy influenced. And that's why I'm here. Old soul kicking brand new flavor in your ear. Rapper of the year.
This is the Red Rock Podcast Network. From Red Rock Studios in Los Angeles, California, this is The Shiznit. Now, put your hands together for The Shiznit.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of The Shiznit Show. I am your boy. I am your host, Dino Red, and I have with me, as always, my ride or dies, Miss Dijon Monique.
What's up, world? It's your girl.
The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Pip Lilly.
Here's a list of things that are canceled: concerts, church, school, work, Afro puffs, bath time, holding hands, taking the bus, getting on the train, getting on the plane, eating at Denny's, going to IHOPs, any kind of restaurant, any kind of drive-through, shopping from home, and my theater show.
Oh.
I was just saying to Damon that I was just saying to Damon yesterday that I didn't know if I was wondering if your show had got
Every
canceled.
show's canceled.
Yeah.
In L.A., you can't meet if there's more 50 people.
No,
or more.
not well. Shane's thing went off Friday, so I was surprised that it wasn't canceled.
That's great for him that they were able to pull it off, but
Right.
according to City Hall, if you have anything that's 50 or more people, you're not supposed to do it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is insane. It's everywhere. Hey, Matt Crabtree's in the chat.
What's up, Matt?
Hey, Matt. Welcome to
Krabby
the
Patty.
show. Welcome to the live show, Matt. He said, I'm in. So, and welcome everybody else into the chat. Welcome to another episode of the Shiznit Show. We're here to kind of take your mind off the whole coronavirus after we get through bitching about it.
I know.
But that's the only thing that's going on. That is
I
the
know.
only thing going on.
I can't run away from it.
It really is. It's sickening. Is what it
Literally.
is. Yeah, it is.
I wake up, I send out survival texts in the morning to my mom, like, we live in another day.
Well, can I say this? Because we talked about it on the show last week. The craziness of the hoarding and the water and all that stuff like that. That I'm still not down with. I literally just came from Ralph's. All I wanted was a coffee to get it through the self-checkout, but the line was like 100 feet long through the self-checkout. There's nothing in the stores anyway, so I'm still over that shit. But I do understand people taking precautions. That part I get.
Right.
Yes.
That part I get, and I'm down
And for
for
the
it.
record, I am not a fear monger, okay? I was prepared for the coronavirus before the coronavirus. I always had lots of toilet paper. I just had to go get water because everybody was buying the water up, and I was like, what am I going to do when it's time for me to get water?
I'm in the same position, but I just happen to have it. The last time I bought toilet paper, I bought a lot.
Well, that's the
See?
thing about it. It makes you, the fact that other people are hoarding,
Right.
it makes you have to hoard to a certain extent.
Right.
To just so that you don't go without, because there is none.
Exactly.
Well, people I think who are really, really smart, like my mother's a very intelligent woman, and we were talking about the other day, and we were making fun of the people that are hoarding. Then tell me why she sends me a text message not more than 5 minutes after we get off the phone. So one was from a reliable source, a Soro of hers, who has a friend at the Pentagon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
That one.
Yeah. Then the other one was for my sister, who's got a friend in the military, and it's all this fear mongering stuff about toilet paper.
Mine was a combination of the two. Mine was they had a uncle or something at the Pentagon and a friend who, what was the other place?
The military.
Okay, no, one was the Pentagon, and the other person was just like some person that had some kind of master's degree in something or other. But nobody had names. CDC. Nobody had names. Everybody was like, it's not out. And they were like, oh, the
government's closing.
The government's going to close the whole country down for 4 to 8 weeks and all that. I was telling people, like, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Stop being part of the problem.
Well, that's what I thought about my mom. I'm like, you are too smart for this. I was like, you know what? And I'm not joking. I did not call my mom this weekend because I didn't want to talk to her. I cannot have. We'll text, but I won't have a conversation with you this weekend. You crazy right now?
Yeah, my mom too. She's overly prepared. Like I said, she called me all the way from Nevada. Like, make sure you have water. Make sure you have lots of canned good. Buy canned meat. I'm like, nobody eats canned meat.
Sure. I had to make sure that, okay, I watch a lot of, I have a Fire Stick. I watch a lot of stuff. I stream a lot of stuff on my Fire Stick. Mm-hmm. And so that's like one input on my television. And then the other input is the cable TV, right? And when I switch back and forth between the two, if, every time I would switch back, it would be coronavirus stuff. And I got so sick of it, even though I wasn't watching it, just it being underneath, my streaming, I had to make sure I went and found TV Land or something like that would play constant sitcoms. And when I was switching back and forth, I wouldn't see coronavirus stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I just and forget about Friday was a headache. Friday is we go shopping every 2 weeks. And it's the Friday after I get off work, what's called my short day. I get off early. It's 1 hour early, but they call it a short day, which hour early ain't much. But I guess it is. Short. I guess it is, right? It's kind of short. And it's normally taxing because it's the end of the week when, we're at our most exhausted and tired and whatever else. But that's the day that, we have designed for it. But this week, it was extra taxing because it was the end of the world. It was like, last week I sat here and joked about the zombie apocalypse, but that's what it looks like out there.
Right.
It looks like Walking Dead. Yeah. In the early days, the shelves and stuff are empty. And so we had to go to 3 stores to get just our regular, not hoarding anything, just to get our regular allotment of food that we get for 2 weeks. And we went to 3 different stores and did not get everything.
Yep.
And even if that store would have had some of those items, but instead of being sold out, some stores are now limiting things, only 2 cans of beans, 2 cans of soup.
Yeah.
Yes, two cases of water. I went to Food for Less because it's the beginning of the month. This is when I do my monthly shopping as well, usually in the first week or 10 days of the month. Mm-hmm. And when I went to do my monthly shopping, it was you could only get 2 cases of water. Well, I usually like to get 2 cases for myself for the month, and then I would get a gallon or 2 gallons for Little Jack so I can refill his water bowl. She's going to tell me I can't even buy Jack's water. I was like, are you serious? She said you can only buy 2. I'm like, but I'm buying 2 cases and 2 gallons.
Wait. Back up. Hold on a second. You buy water for Jack?
Yeah, I buy water for Jack.
I'm not
for
mad
my
at that.
Kool-Aid.
I'm not mad at that. If you think the water's not healthy for you, you should be giving it to your pet.
Well, it has chlorine and all kind of. I mean, I will give Jack tap water. I'm not. If we at the park, I'm not about to be like, "Oh, Jack, you just gonna be thirsty because Mama didn't bring you no water." No, he has this little trap. He drinks tap water when we go out, when we go other places. But when we're at home, I usually just pull some water out the fridge. It's cold, number one, and I give it to him. So.
So back to Friday. Friday, my office, we had a mandatory work from home day. It was a drill, actually, in case this escalates to the next level. They wanted to see how this is going to work out. Exactly. So we had a mandatory work from home day, and I thought, this would be a perfect day. I'm home all day. I have to be on the computer. They need to see my little green light on. So I'm going to just do my Instacart delivery. Mm-hmm. And
I already know how this went.
Well, I've been using it all week at work. Mm-hmm. I didn't think anything about it, but it's they kept saying oh, this is out of stock, this is out of stock, this is out of stock. It's okay, that's fine. If I finally get to the end, and I went to go check out, and I had a window slot of 4 to 5 p.m., and I'm like, okay. And then 5 o'clock came, and I'm like, oh, they're late. Okay. But I was like, that's okay. They're busy because of what's going on. So 6 o'clock comes. I'm like, they are really late now. And I'm like, and I look, and my window was 4 to 5, but for Monday. On Friday, they gave me a Monday 4 to 5. That was the next available slot for delivery. Well, I won't be home at that time. I'll still be at my day job, which I guess they could leave it at the front door, but I don't want them to. So I had changed it to another date, and the next available date after that, I shouldn't have done it because the next available date after that was Wednesday the 17th.
Wow.
So now I was like, I could just cancel these, just go to the store myself and try to get what I can, but it's more than I can carry. That's why I order Instacart.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Even when I was at the store, I had to go back in 2 times because you could only buy 2 anyway. So I had to go in like a whole nother person and go to a different register. And I was like, I need to invest in a Brita.
But I'm like Dino. I wasn't buying anything special.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was buying anything special. Then the guy in the market was telling me that everybody's buying up all the water and all the hand sanitizer, but nobody was buying hand soap. They had cases and cases of hand soap in the back. Nobody's washing their hands but buying up all the water and groceries.
Matt Crabtree just said, I just hoard, WHORED, hoarded last night. Does that count?
He's just trying to copy me because he know I'm a whore.
I just now got it.
And then he also said he's telling people to use a Brita.
That's for you, probably for your dog.
Which, yeah,
I never thought of it until now. It dawned on me like I might really need to get a Brita.
And he asked, are you all practicing safe 6 feet distance? No, we are not.
6 feet?
No, we're like,
I've never heard of that.
We're probably 3 feet apart.
6 feet?
Yeah, that's what they're calling social distance. They're saying that you're supposed to keep 6 feet away. I don't know how the hell you're supposed to navigate the world 6 feet apart.
if you live in East City, you can't take. There's no train or bus where you can stand 6 feet from all the passengers.
No. You got to be in rural Mayberry or someplace,
right?
I will say I did have an elderly person who didn't want to touch me because of Corona.
I had a guy move just this morning on the bus, and I was like, "That's cool."
Yeah, that's how I felt too.
Your breath was burning anyway, so fine, move.
Like, lady, nobody's that pressed to shake your hand.
I don't like shaking hands anyway.
Nobody's that pressed.
Yeah, that's what a lot of the introverts are saying, stuff like, that's normal life for me. I go about my life trying not to interact with people. That's just regular. That's day to day. Regular.
It's been tough for me. It's been tough.
Well, Dino knows this because he has similar situation, but it really is, even after what we were talking about last week, for me particularly, and Matt Crabtree just heard this yesterday, I get off work on the train at the second most populous metro stop. Where I get off is one of the most populous intersections, pedestrian intersections and traffic intersections in downtown Los Angeles of 7th and Fig. On that corner, in the building that I work in, is a hotel where international guests stay, and the hotel is owned by Korean Airlines. The Staples Center, the Convention Center are all within walking distance of that, as well as 3 or 4 other major hotels that are right around there. So there are always all these international guests. Plus, I'm right in the heart of the financial district, again, meaning international people that's been on planes and stuff like that from other countries. I'm really at a high-risk spot.
Yeah,
to get some shit. Yeah. So, and that's just the way it is. I always take precautions, but it's like this has got really, really real.
Well, for me, what's real is the fear and the panic. The coronavirus itself, I'm not afraid of that.
No, I'm not either.
To me, I'm asking like other people, like, what am I missing? It's a bad flu. Literally, it's a bad flu. There's 98% survival rate.
Well, can I tell you, actually, and you have an elderly father.
Right.
You don't want to get sick and give him this.
Oh, well, I don't want to give him any flu. That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing.
I'm just saying, though, this one is particular.
I understand that. But I'm saying we have to take the same precautions with the regular flu with him.
Agreed.
So it's like I said, it's not much difference. We already on. That's why his room is downstairs and ours is upstairs. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to separate us from him. He has a bathroom that he can, if I get sick, then I'll stop using his bathroom or our bathroom, and I use the one upstairs. We already have it set up that way. But like I said, any regular flu.
Right.
So it's yeah, it's a little worse